All right, 1 2 1 2 in the place to be. How y'all doing out there, y'all? I am Frank Red, and this is another edition of the Dungeon Show. I want to thank y'all for joining me in conversation. We have an incredible show lined up for you tonight. There's a lot going on. The Golden State Warriors are on the cusp of the play-in game, and now that it's here, I mean, you might as well embrace it. They take on the team that they lost to tonight, the LA Clippers, 115-110 on Wednesday night. Over the past 11 games, they've been 2-11, and if you follow the Warriors, I'm sure that you know that. But gives us an opportunity to talk about the prospects of success. If they lose, what does it mean? Is it better for them to lose in the long run? I don't think anybody's rooting against them at this point. It would not surprise me if the Warriors beat LA and then ultimately beat the loser, I guess, of the Portland and Phoenix game, which is also taking place. Maybe I think that's on. Is that on Thursday? The Warriors play on Wednesday. We'll get that together. But the Warriors have a game on Wednesday night. It's in LA. They're going to stay down there. They're not coming back. I think that they assumed that was going to be the outcome. So, Warrior fans, get your thoughts together. There's a lot of topics that really have nothing to do with the outcome of that particular game that I want to touch on. Some of these inside baseball type topics. I want to talk about Brandon Podzinski. He is a lightning rod for fans, for people in general, for people who have takes on him that extend beyond basketball. And I want to talk about that because I think however you feel about Brandon Podzinski, for some people, it clouds your ability to evaluate him properly. I was on Golden Days midweek, the guy who the Warriors were playing. But I actually was evaluating Brandon based off production, not about his personality or his comments. And I got beat up pretty bad. And I got beat up because I was talking to people who are emotional about their conclusions. They're not really looking at basketball. And I don't take anything seriously, but if there's one thing that I know is basketball. Brandon Podzinski has had a pretty good year from a basketball perspective. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he is a, quote, good player. There's a lot of different criteria and evaluations that people can come up with to draw conclusions. I have my thoughts, but based on the opportunities that he's received this year, he's had a damn good year. 14 points a game, 46% from the field, 38 from three, 80% from the free throw line. He played all 82 games. And one of the things that was raised on Sky's show, I did the research today, and it turned out not to be true. There is this narrative that his assist numbers should be higher. So I went back and I looked at it. That doesn't mean that he's not looking off his teammates on occasion, or he doesn't take bad shots, because he does take bad shots. I think it's more because of a lack of ability than he's a greedy player. But he does sometimes feel emboldened and does a little bit more than he should do when he has certain players on the court. But here's the reality. Last year, Brandon Podzinski averaged 27 minutes per game. And he averaged 3.4 assists a game. This year, he averaged 28 minutes, and he averaged 3.8 assists a game. So he played 1 minute more this year. And his assist numbers are actually up. So I was like, wow, there is some rage about Brandon Pazinski. I think I know why, but don't let that get in the way of evaluating him properly. People can go after me all they want. I don't mind that, because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm an expert at basketball. I'm a historian, as a matter of fact. I said, literally, a month after Quentin Post was having his Woodstock moment, and everybody was, oh, Quentin Post, he looks stretch 5, he can shoot a 3. I said, what did I say? I said, he will not make it in the NBA if he is a 3-point shooting 5. It won't happen. You got to shoot the ball like Kevin Durant. Volume 3-point shooting excellence. That's not him. He's a street shooter. Not very physical. And I feel sorry for him, because he's had a lot of opportunities. And finally, when Curry's kind of done with you, he's done with you. You know, there's no, let's get the relationship back together. No. You're done. You're done. And when they acquired Kristaps Porzingis, I knew it was over for Quentin Post. Then when they finally gave Charles Bassey an opportunity, it was really over. Because Bassey does the things that you look for in a backup point guard, a backup center, a backup big. He's not necessarily a center, he's a 4 or 5. He's an interior player, is what the NBA is about now. So, got a lot of things to talk about with regards to the Warriors. They lose tonight 115-110 against the LA Clippers, who did something that no one else has ever done in the history of the NBA. The Clippers were 15 games below 500. 15 games below 500, and they ultimately make the playoffs and finish with a winning record, 42-40. 42 wins, 40 losses. And they are definitely the favorite against the Warriors on Wednesday. But I think the Warriors are going to win, and I'm going to tell you why. The law of averages. The law of averages. And the Warriors know that, unlike in the past, if they really muck this game up, they can beat the Clippers. The Clippers are a lot like the Warriors now. They got to grind it out. They're a hell of a defensive team, but offensively, I just think they don't have enough. I really don't. I don't. I think losing James Harden was a big deal. Garland, he's a nice player. He's not exceptional. He's not. Mathurin got traded by Indiana to LA because they decided that he wasn't good enough to pay. They didn't want to pay him. They let him go. He's a street shooter. I think the Warriors are going to play 7 or 8 guys that Kerr believes in, that's not going to make a lot of mistakes. And I think they got a good chance to win. I want to talk about the WNBA draft as well. What an incredible college basketball season for the men and the women. And now the women are on the cusp of realizing some of their dreams, the opportunities that they rightfully should have had 10 years ago, they're starting to get now. And I'm a fan of women, man. I am. I mean, some of the stuff that they have to go through, to think that they have an opportunity now in sports to do incredible things and get paid for it, is amazing. I'm happy for them. I want to talk about that. Also want to talk about the portal, the NCAA portal. And I'm not the get off my lawn guy in a house coat, with a bushy mustache, yelling at kids. No, I play Division I college basketball. I'm so happy that these young men are getting paid. But this transient style of basketball at the college level, I'm not with that. Does it produce good basketball? Yes, it does. The game is actually better on the court. But how the game is running, functioning, I'm not with this. And I got some real serious societal reasons why. I will preview that conversation by saying this. On Friday afternoon, I get a phone call while I'm driving. And on the end of the call, on the line, I can see the name. The voice says, I couldn't wait any longer. It was my college coach, who I played for 25 years ago. Tom Penders, legendary coach of University of Texas, Hall of Famer. The guy's been in more Hall of Fame than anybody that I know. And I had written him a text message 2 weeks earlier asking what was a good time to talk to him, because he and I have a really good relationship. And I was just thanking him for what he did for me. Because I grew up without a father. I never had a dad. I saw my father 3 times in my life. I wouldn't know what he looked like if he walked down the street, although I don't think he's living right now. Coach Penders was my male authority figure that I had to deal with. And it wasn't always pretty. Sometimes it was contentious, and I actually apologized. So I said, Coach, I just want to apologize because you not only had to coach me, but you had to kind of raise me also. That must have been hard. I'm not going to get real deep into our conversation, but essentially he said, when you look at a young kid and you know that they have talent and there's something there and there's a good kid there, you work with him. And that was ironic because that's my philosophy as a coach. I don't give up on anybody. And as a matter of fact, I just keep working. And those personal relationships that I have with my college coach, I have with many of my players. And it's nothing, you really can't put a price tag on that. Some of these young men now who go to college for 1 year, have a good season, go to the coach's office and say, hey, I'm getting in the portal, I'm leaving. They don't get it. You don't have a home. Whether or not Fordham University is good in basketball is irrelevant. I feel that that's home. People know me. Going to college and spending some time there is very valuable. To go there, for someone to have 3 or 4 colleges on their resume, come on now. How can you even graduate from a school? Although, they might say, Red, you're missing the boat. These cats are getting $2, $3, $4, $5 million. Hey, man, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. I'm just saying that you're a long way from really maturing as an individual. For those who have great families and financial advisors, and it works out, that's fantastic. But I will never underestimate or degrade the value of an education. I won't do that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that because I think that I don't ever want to see a situation where players can't get paid, but I think they definitely need to make some adjustments in terms of how college basketball is being run at this point. And I will welcome your thoughts. I always love contrasting ideas. I really do. All right. Hopefully I've set the table a little bit. There's so much more I want to talk about, but I want to go out and get the show started and talk to the great Vicky. I love talking to Vicky. Vicky's awesome. Vicky says, hi, Frank. How are you doing? As you can see, Vicky, I'm doing fantastic. I'm still so happy for the Michigan University men's basketball team. The champs! I've been listening to Shining Moment all week. One shining moment all week. That was a great game. Go Blue. Vicky, big time win for Michigan. They have one of the largest fan bases in all of college. Forget about basketball exclusively. All of their sports are generally good. It's an excellent university academically. And it kind of leads to what I was just talking about. We're talking 30 plus years, 25, 30 plus years later. And when you see Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, Jimmy King, and I can't think of Reggie's last name, their eyes light up when they're together. That was a long time ago. Juwan, Jalen, and Chris have had illustrious NBA careers, but it does not matter when they get together with their teammates. Those are memories that they will hold on to for the rest of their lives. That's an incredible experience. I like Michigan. I like their colors. Just like I like Notre Dame's colors. That blue and yellow, the way it is, I like it. And they're good. And some of my favorite players into Michigan. I mean, Charles Woodson. I think Ronnie Lott, number one, my favorite football player. Joe Montana, my favorite quarterback. And past Ronnie Lott, Charles Woodson is my favorite football player. Favorite. Vicky says, Pod plays hard for the Warriors. I wish he would close his mouth sometimes. That's the only thing I don't like about him. He plays hard. That's what the Warriors have to ask of him. There you go, Vicky. So, Vicky, I think you get into the crux of it. But you know a lot about basketball and sports in general. And I would love for people to be honest with their feelings. And if you think that he should be quiet, shut up, that's one thing. But evaluate him properly. I think the guy deserves an extension. I do. I think Draymond Green deserves an extension. I hear people on commercial radio stations just killing some of these guys. Draymond Green, I believe, is about to be recognized for a 10th time all defense in the NBA. He would be one of 7 players or 6 players if he is selected to that team. That's incredible. Just defense and passing alone still puts him in a position where he's one of the most impactful players in the game. I don't think people understand that. Some fans don't. Many fans do. They put everybody in the same category. But he gets killed. Draymond Green's only making $25 million a year. I'm not sneezing at $25 million a year, but I think, he's more than worth it. And if he has an opportunity to opt out, he has a contract, he picks up the option, but I think he deserves an extension. What's up, Keys? Will Doc Rivers ever be a head coach again? No, he won't. But what Doc Rivers will do, Doc Rivers is going to gladly sit in one of those cushy seats on national television on one of these major cable apps, content providers, and make millions of dollars talking basketball. This guy has made a lot of money. He's already a champion. He's been selected as a recipient to be enshrined in the Hall of Fame this coming year. His son is already thoroughly entrenched as I think one of the more talented young broadcasters, content creators. He's done his job. He got grandchildren. No, I think Doc's done. I would be shocked if he's ever hired again as a head coach. But I've been shocked before. But I would say no. I would say he'll be a broadcaster for a network or one of the other content providers this year. Not a bad gig if you can get it. Pulse is hurt. The Warriors are going to shock the world. Just wait. Okay, Vicky, I'm not saying I don't know his injury status. I'm not saying that he's not hurt. What I'm saying is if the Warriors had a decision to make of Charles Bassey or Quentin Post with regard to whom they were going to add to the playoff roster, I think it would be Charles Bassey. I think Quentin Post is done. I do. And there might be some light at the end of the tunnel because we thought that the Kristaps Porzingis re-signing was almost like a foregone conclusion. It's not. There's a chance he might not be back. And that would be even more egg on the Warriors' face. I think that they will negotiate something that the Warriors can live with. It's something that Kristaps kind of has to take because I don't think he's good. I don't think that, the value that he has for himself is shared by all of the NBA teams out there. So he's probably going to have to take less money than he wants. And the Warriors can live with that because even watching him tonight, he's a smart basketball player, still has soft hands, can shoot occasionally when he's open, but he doesn't play like a big guy. His lower extremities just has no strength. And his days of being a high price center, I think, are long gone. All right. Junior Baller. I'm going to go with that. Junior Baller, thank you for joining the program. Appreciate it. Junior Baller. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, all right? How do the Warriors combat the physical, handsy defense of the Clippers? Which guys on the Clips do the Warriors dare to beat them from deep? Good question. I think that you're going to see a lot of GP2. I think you're going to see a lot of Al Horford. I think you're going to see a lot of Draymond Green. I think you're going to see a lot of pods, and you're going to see Steph ramp it up. This is a fight. This is a fist fight with the Clippers. This game has to be ugly because they're going to make it ugly, and they're going to grab and hold and do all the things that teams that are not very talented do. The Warriors got to do the same thing. The Warriors generally have guys that don't play like that. And they have to. I don't think that I'm not going to say that. There are some players that you can kind of test the waters to see if they're making shots. But by and large, I'm a defensive coach. You don't give up any shots. No one gets an uncontested shot within their range. Now, obviously, you play certain players differently based on the scouting report. But when somebody is wide open, a mistake was made. The Clippers won 42 games this year primarily because they follow the scouting report. They play defense. The Warriors sometimes act like they're playing defense, but they're really not playing defense, not all five guys. If they want to win on Wednesday night, they got to have their best defensive effort of the year. So, I'm not letting anybody shoot the ball wide open that I'm guarding. They're going to go small. Every player that they have on the court can conceivably make an open shot. Not contested, though. They don't have a lot of guys who can make contested shots. I think Garland in the backcourt hurts them, particularly against a guy like Stephen Curry. Chris Dunn is a hell of a player. He's a hell of a player. He's probably the best defensive point guard in the NBA. If he's not, he's one of the top five. There's no doubt about that. So I just think you got to dirty this game up, man. You got to dirty it up, and every shot should be contested. Everybody should be boxed out. Every loose ball guy should be diving on the floor, which is what we kind of expect for NBA playoff basketball. The playoffs in the NBA is phenomenal, and I expect to see a hard-fought game on Wednesday night. Thanks for the question. I love it. Vicky says, the QB from Michigan, Underwood, can walk away with a cool $19 million even if he doesn't get his degree. Are you serious? Yeah, you serious. Yeah. Let's hope he gets his degree, Ricky, right? Right. 19 million is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not. But let's call 19 million what it is. It's really about 8 million. 50% tax bracket. Your agent is going to get their cut. You're 20-something years old, right? You've never had a job before, probably. You buy a house, you buy some cars, that money can get out. I saw something today online about how many NBA players are broke literally after 3 years. That might be extreme, but let's say 5 years. There's a lot of guys who play in the NBA who are broke after 5 years. So if you got a great financial advisor, you're frugal, you're smart, you take care of yourself, then you're set for life. But a lot of these guys have people pulling at them. Even now, it's hard to say no when you're young. That would be a great question for you guys. How many people, at what age were you comfortable telling people who you care about no? That's hard. But at some point you get there because it doesn't work. You got to use the word no. A lot of these young kids, emotionally, they're simply not there yet. And I totally understand it. They want to please everybody. And they wind up going wrong. Can Draymond limit Kawhi's offensive damage? Who will be the primary Steph defender? Chris Dunn will be the primary Steph defender. And I think if Draymond holds Kawhi to 25 points, he's done his job. 25 points is Kawhi's average. If you hold Kawhi Leonard to his average, then you've done a hell of a job. And I say that primarily because Kawhi's at his best in the half court. He's not a guy who's going to run out and get a whole lot of dunks or get wide open shots. He draws a lot of attention. And he makes tough shots with people guarding him. There's a reason why Draymond didn't play tonight. They want to make sure that he's as fresh as he can be. There's a reason why Kawhi didn't play tonight. They want him fresh. So I would say if Draymond holds Kawhi to 25 points, the Warriors have a really good chance to win. Now, I don't think the Warriors win against the Clippers unless Stephen scores at least 30. I think he needs to score at least 30. I also think this might be an opportunity for Seth Curry to have a breakout game because he's a good shooter. He's a really good shooter. It might be the Curry brothers. My man Keith, since Oz is not an NBA starter, and I doubt he would ever be a six-man candidate, so if Golden State Warriors want to extend him, it shouldn't be too much more than Moody's extension. I totally agree with you. I can see a scenario where he doesn't even get as much as Moody. Moody got $13 million a year. If they gave Pods $10 million a year for 4 years, I would be okay with that. And I don't think he's a six-man either. Not in a conventional system. And Kerr is not going to be the coach, I don't believe, for the next 4 years. I think he's going to be back next year. I do. Because I think Curry wants him back. So it seems like you're on the same plane as I'm on, to the extent that you don't think it's outrageous for the guy to get an extension. That's what I'm hearing. But the number has to be a number that is realistic and one that works. I would agree with that. I think $8 to $10 million a year for 4 years. If he gets even if he gets like a 4-year, $50 million deal because of inflation, I get it. But nothing crazy. Because he's not a starter in this league, not for a winning team. And I would say he's not even a sixth man. He is an NBA player, and he is a pretty darn decent player. I read something midweek, and it was interesting because the comment was around about how many superstar players are there in the league. And it was like, it's about 10%. It's about 10%. So if there's 450 players, counting two-way, and I mean, it's probably a little bit more than that, but let's say 450. There's about 45 guys in the league that you can go, oh, okay, he's different. The rest of the guys are just worker bees trying to make a living in the best league in the world. And that's Pods. He's one of those guys. Vrabel and Rossini should be fired. Vrabel's not getting fired. He's not getting fired. He's not getting fired for a lot of different reasons. First of all, the owner, he's been caught up in some stuff that didn't look good from the outside and put him in a position where he had a lot of explaining to do. And yet he was able to kind of get himself untangled, if you will, and restore what I think is his good name. I think he has a very good name. I do. And I think he's a good person. I don't think that defines him as a person. Whatever he allegedly did or did not do. I personally don't get involved in people's personal lives. I don't. It doesn't surprise me because I worked in the business. That people put themselves in compromising positions. I don't know what they did. Nobody really knows unless you were actually there. The pictures look very dubious. I would be concerned if I had a wife and I saw something like that. Now that whether or not they allegedly did something or not, I don't even think that that's the real issue. The real issue is the business component, where there's real serious stuff that people can infer from that. If you are an NBA insider and you're getting more information than some of your colleagues, and you're breaking stories, and you have a relationship with the people who you covering, this is not a good look. This is not, and that can't stand. So I would hate to think that what is alleged did not happen, and then someone would lose their job for it. But it's a bad look. It's definitely a bad look. I will tell you, Keys, straight up, that there are other people in this industry, probably definitely male and female, that use their positions in ways that are not appropriate. Whether or not this is one of those examples, I have no idea. But can you keep Vrabel and fire Rossini? I wouldn't want that to happen. I wouldn't want, because it's equally compromising. That's the real big issue right now, because they are both on screen looking like they're having a good time. Whether or not that leads to them doing something that a lot of people imagine, I have no idea. I really don't care. I don't. Is it a bad look? Yes. But what people do in their own lives, I really don't. I'm not surprised when people do stuff, but it doesn't really shock me. It doesn't. This is an incestuous business. You would be amazed. The NBA has a black book, by the way. I mean, if we talked about all of the stories that happens in the NBA, it would blow your mind. You probably know many of them because you somehow, some way, you get a lot of information. There's a lot of stories out there. So I wish it could all go away. I like Diana Rossini as a personality. I think she's kind of fun. Kind of one of the boys type of persona, and she gets a lot of stories. What do you think? Oh, so okay, you already told me you think they both should be fired. Mike Vrabel's not going to be fired. Can't see that happen. I'd be shocked. Mr. GOAT, I am not hyped as a Warrior fan to see the Warriors in the play-in tournament again for the second year in a row. So what are you going to do? Not watch the game? Come on, man. Your best player missed 25 games. What are you to do? Although they probably would have still been in the play-in if Stephen had not gotten hurt. But if Jimmy Butler had not gotten hurt and they traded for Porzingis, they probably would have the 6th seed. Think about it. Last year, why does it even matter? You say they were in the play-in, and then they go and they beat Houston in the opening round. They beat the 3 seed. Have some faith. It's a failure season that the Warriors are in the play-in tournament again for the second year in a row. Have you seen their bank account? You don't know that. I'm not a fan of the playing tournament situation. Thinking it. I don't love it either. But it's kind of exciting. I just don't want to be one of those teams. I want to be in the top 6 in either conference. But they're going to go after it. You think I don't want to see the Charlotte Hornets play another game? I do. I want to see Charlotte. I do. I love basketball. I don't want to see my Knicks in the play-in. I didn't know Michigan starting 5 were all transfers. That's a great coaching and recruiting job. I didn't like hearing that, though, to be honest. Yeah, it is that all. I think all 5. They had 5 transfers. The kid McKinney played a lot, though, right? The freshman McKinney played a lot. He's a legit freshman. He was one of the top 5 players. But yeah, they had 5 transfers, and Dusty May's a hell of a coach. I mentioned last week that I became aware of him at Florida Atlantic, and they went to the Final Four. So this dude can coach, and obviously he can recruit as well. I thought Mick Cronin didn't get much out of Mara, the big 7'2" center. I just thought that was a function of Mick Cronin's style of coaching. I thought the young man was a pretty decent player when I saw him on UCLA. And I was a bit surprised that he went into the portal last year, but he knew that he could do more. He's going to be a first-round pick in the NBA draft. Elliot Cadeau, I liked him in Carolina. He played even better this year. I had not seen Yaxel Lindenberg. However, I'd heard about him. But yeah, they did a great job recruiting. They did. Good for them. And they're off to a good start. It seems like they got a center that they wanted from Tennessee. And they have a guard, too, that they want. So Dusty May is definitely adjusting to how college basketball is in 2026. Doing a hell of a job. Good man. Hawks have been on fire second half of the season. Are you worried for your Knicks? I'm concerned. I'm definitely concerned. I'm not worried. I'm definitely concerned. And I will tell you this. If Mike Brown, and I was talking to some of my friends, Mike Brown's a good NBA coach. You create any criteria, and I think we will conclude that he's a pretty good coach. If he loses to the Atlanta Falcons in the opening round, he's getting fired. He's getting fired. I'm going to tell you right now, I was thinking about it before I came on tonight. There's going to be so many openings in the NBA this year. Coaches stepping aside, coaches getting fired. Mike Brown's definitely gone. If they don't get out of the first round, he's gone. The New York Knicks fan base would not accept that. You fire a guy like Tom Thibodeau, who actually goes into Boston and wins that series, and you can't hit him, you sack him, you hire Mike Brown, who's done a really good job. In the regular season, they won, 52 games? The most they've won in a long time. You cannot lose to Atlanta in the opening round. You can't do that. I think Jamal, the coach for the Orlando Magic, I think he's stacked. I think he's getting fired. Is it fair? No. Could he save his job? Yeah, I think he can. If he wins a playoff series, then he's probably going to keep his job. If he doesn't win a playoff series, Mosley's going to get fired. I believe that. That's going to be a very attractive job for somebody. I think Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland, if he doesn't make it to the second round, he's probably going to get fired. There's a lot of people who expect Cleveland to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. He might get fired to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Then maybe position himself to get hired by, Milwaukee or somebody who's not going to be very good. And apparently I'm moving on from Doc Rivers. It's going to be a lot of action. A lot of action. Should be a great series between Atlanta and the Knicks. I would love to see Kuminga get off and have my Knicks win, but I would love to see Kuminga play well. Quinn Snyder is a hell of a coach. I think he's a good coach. I don't like the whole play-in thing in the NBA. I want them to be them get it. Okay. Junior Baller. Ben Mathurin, X Factor. I think, goodness, Niederhauser is injured. Let's box out John Collins and watch his dives in corner threes. Not as accurate from above the break. Basketball. Niederhauser, you're right. I think he was drafted. He was drafted pretty late out of Penn State. Not a lot of people knew about him outside of the Big Ten, but he's had a very good rookie year, and he's probably the reason why Zubac was traded, because they like him. I like him too, and he definitely helps their interior defense. Mathurin is an X factor if he is playing well. I don't think Ty Lue really believes in him. I don't. I think they've seen enough of Ben Mathurin to know why Indiana traded him. He shoots 43% from the field, and he gets them up there. So if he gets going, that's on the Warriors, because he generally gets going when he has a wide open view to the basket. He's not being guarded. He's very athletic, and he's kind of an edge player. He's kind of a nasty player. I like that about him, but I don't think he's that talented. Now, people might say, well, why? He can't dribble. He cannot dribble the ball with his left hand. So what happens is he gets stuck into taking bad shots. Garland is not a very good ball handler either. He's not. James Harden was a master of the straight line drive. He's 6'5", he's left-handed. He can get to the cup, score, or get fouled. Garland's not like Garland's a very small guy. 6 foot, 6'1". I think the Clippers can only beat the Warriors if the Warriors don't show up. If you give Garland driveway jump shots, like you said, if you give John Collins wide open jump shots from the corner, why would you win? You got to guard people. I know B-Shaw. B-Shaw and I are friends. You got B-Shaw, you got Jeff Van Gundy, you got Ty Lue. Steve Kerr knows how good a coach Ty Lue is. And I believe, collectively, they're just saying, you know what? We're tougher than the Warriors. Let's go out there and beat the crap out of them. And if I'm Steve Kerr, I'm telling my guys, this is not a beauty contest. We're tougher than the Clippers. Let's go out there and match up against those guys. That's the type of game it's going to be. It's going to look like Michigan versus UConn. That's how it's going to look. A lot of contested shots, some free throws, a lot of grabbing and holding. And, we'll see how Stephen Curry responds to it, because we all know that playoff basketball is more physical than the regular season. I don't like to see Stephen grabbed and held, but they're going to do it. He has to find a way to get open and make it happen. It's going to be interesting. Oh, my gosh. Don't leave Nick Batum, please. I mean, doesn't that piss you off? Batum has been in the league for 37 years. Why is he in the league? Because he can do what he did tonight. Catch and shoot. Why would you leave that guy open? He's not going to go by you. That's a problem. Out of Luka, Jokic, and Larry Bird, who is the best? That's a great question. I'm gonna give you an answer, and then I'm gonna try to shape the question a little different. Out of those three, I'm gonna say Jokic is the best. I'm gonna say the Joker is the best. Out of Larry Bird and Luka, I'm gonna go with Larry Bird. Who's the best offensive, just pure offensive player, shot maker? That's hard. Luka can do things I've never seen before. Now, who would win the most? Larry Bird. Larry Bird would win the most. And check this out, Keys. You probably know this. Larry Bird was a 3-time MVP. He won the MVP 3 years in a row, I believe. Larry Bird is a better rebounder than Luka. Luka's a great passer. Larry Bird played harder. I think Joker's the best talent. I think he would cook in any era, put up crazy numbers. But I think Larry Bird would win more. What is your thoughts? I'd love to hear your opinion. I love Bassi. He's a player to keep. I like what I see. Know what, there was a lot of NBA players rookies, they can't focus for long periods of time. Like you watch Al Horford. Al Horford never has a bad defensive game. Never. Never. He might go 3 for 10. He doesn't shoot well. But Al Horford never has a bad defensive game. Why? Because he has great focus. I want to see a guy like Charles Bassey win. He has more than enough NBA talent. And I like what I see. And as a third string big, why not? He's going to make the minimum next year. He's going to make the minimum, which is not a real minimum. A minimum in the NBA is what? Like for him, he's been in for 5 years. Nah, he's going to make a prorated salary for him is probably around $3-4 million. If I was him, there's no way anybody could stop me from making $4 million to play basketball. All I had to do was focus and not make mistakes and box out. Why do you think a guy like Kyle Anderson is still in the NBA? Smart, doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Basketball, NBA basketball is not as hard as people think it is once you get there. It's hard to get there. It really is hard to get there. But once you get there, it's not as hard. Because coaches are looking for things that they can expect from certain players. Oh, I know I can get this from this guy. I know I can get this from this guy. And when you give it to him consistently, you get rewarded by getting signed every year. One of the most remarkable things that makes me happy. Next year's going to be GP2's, I think it's going to be his 10th year. 10th year. He's a 6'2.5", 6'3", long-armed power forward who can guard 3-4 positions. His best shot is the alley-oop dunk and putback, reverse layup. Do you know how mentally tough and focused you have to be to carve out a 10-year career? And he's already done that. He's had a terrific year. I wish more guys were like that. Because again, let's go back to my 10% rule. There's only about 10% of the players in the league who actually stand above everybody else. There's not a lot of those guys out there. Mike Brown fired. Damn, that sounds harsh. We lose in the first round to Atlanta. Knicks fans are irrational, but they actually know basketball. I didn't say it was fair. It's not fair. But when your predecessor takes the team to the Eastern Conference Finals and you lose in the first round the following year with legendary, possibly Hall of Fame type players on your team, getting fired is not unreasonable in that market, particularly when a guy like James Dolan can just write a check. Mike Brown was making what, $7, $8, maybe $10 million a year. He's getting all that money. These guys don't care. This is, I think, James, you know how rich James Dolan is? James Dolan's probably worth $10 million. He owns the Rangers and the Knicks and Madison Square Garden. And they're going to show up regardless. You got to win. Mike Brown knows that. Glendocious, how are you? The Warriors need to do whatever is going to get them the best draft pick. Let's not win the game. The competitor in me says when you're on the court, go play. I don't think, at the end of the day, I don't think Stephen Curry's all that worried about if the Warriors get the 12th pick or the 15th pick. He don't care. He's a Hall of Famer. A lot of those guys have Hall of Fame mentality. They don't care. Once you're in the play-in, go win. Win. And I was thinking about this today. I think from Joe Laco's perspective, none of us know the value of 2, possibly 3 home playoff games. What is that worth? Radio revenue, advertising, television, gate. We don't know what that's worth. Joe Lacob does. Maybe, he's a firm believer and we don't tank. So to see his team battling the Thunder in the opening round and pulling off something that is remarkable, like upsetting the Thunder, then we might say, oh, come on, Red. It's not going to happen. I watched the Warriors take down the Dallas Mavericks and Avery Johnson when they were the top seed. I saw the Warriors do that. I saw the Denver Nuggets beat the 64-win Seattle Supersonics in the opening round. It happens. Is it likely? No. Is it possible? Yes. Anything is possible. We just saw Artemis do a figure 8 around the moon and travel back to Earth 24,000 miles per hour. Well, maybe not. Maybe it was 24. I don't know what it was. But they were coming back, breaking through the Earth's atmosphere, through that ring of fire, and landed safely. That was amazing. Anything can happen in sports. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm talking to Coach Penders, Tom Penders, right? And this dude's mind is so sharp. It was unbelievable. Now, when he coached at Fordham, we never went to the NCAA. We went to a lot of NITs. And an NIT actually meant something there. And we had one of the top 5 mid-major schedules in college basketball. And I was talking to Coach about this. You know why? Because he knew that we could beat all the teams that we were supposed to beat. So when you know that your team is going to beat all the teams in your league, kind of like Gonzaga. Gonzaga knows that they could beat up all of the WCC teams, so they go out and they play the big boys. Check this out. In any given year, we would play St. John's when they were Final Four caliber. We played North Carolina 2 times in 1 year. We played Notre Dame. We played Seton Hall all in 1 year. And we were talking about when we almost upset St. John's. At St. John's, we lost by 1 point on a Tuesday night. And Bill Winnington blocked my shot at the buzzer. And Coach Penny was like, they didn't call a foul. It was definitely contact. But they didn't call it. Anything is possible. That was the year they went to the Final Four. We lost by 1. On the last, I got offensive rebound, put it up, contact, got some ball, game over. Anything's possible. Jokic, Bird, then Luka. But Bird played from the toughest era. And I believe Bird versus Magic was the best rivalry ever of 2 amazing players. I've told you before, you did your own show, dude. You are really good. You're really good. Vicky says, I love GP2. I'm a big fan. I am a huge fan because what he is, I mean, think about this. He is the son of a Hall of, you know how hard it is to have a dad who's, it's like Bronny and LeBron. And I want to, I don't have time tonight, but I want to talk about Bronny because all the people said that Bronny can't play. No. Bronny can play. It's taken him imagine Bronny stayed 3 years in college. He would probably look like he looks now. Like a guy who, he can make some plays. Bronny is turning into an NBA player before our eyes. Is he going to be a star? No. But can he be a backup guard in the NBA? Sure he can. I give that kid so much credit. So much credit. He's really worked his tail off to become a decent prospect. Under the umbrella of being LeBron's son. Unbelievable. Yo! Sorry about that, y'all. Steve-O Supreme. Is that Yoy? What's up? How you doing? Keys, can you do a show after the playoff games and an NBA mock draft? The answer is yes. Do you want 2 separate shows or do you want them together? It sounds like a separate show. Yeah, I'll do a mock draft. And I will do I'll be on after the play-in on Wednesday. I'll do the show. That was easy. Junior Baller, do you like the toughness? The Chicago Sky just signed with Dejanay Carrington, Rickea Jackson, and Skylar Diggins, alongside Azuri Stevens and Camila Cardoza? I like it. I think they could be all right. From a talent perspective, yeah, I do like it. I have some reservations about how much they're going to listen to the coach. I think that coach still has bullet wounds. I don't know if that's a bad analogy. I'm talking figuratively. I don't know if he's had enough time to recover mentally from what he had to deal with last year, because that was a mess. I don't even know if the guy can coach. They also have, the guard who played at TCU and played at LSU before that. I like her too. I don't think he did a very good job coaching the team last year. I don't. I think, and the reason why is because I think that he was worried about getting fired. And as a result, his players, I think Angel Reese took liberties. This is a talented team. Very talented. And Skylar Diggins is a competitor. Dejanay Carrington is a competitor. Rickea Jackson is talented as hell. Cardoza had moments. They're talented. They got to listen to their coach. Or, they got to get somebody who can coach these young ladies, because they are very talented. And they're big. So the general manager's not getting fired. Whoever that is, they went out and got some talent. And they still got the point guard from Gonzaga, former Liberty player. Vicky, let me go back and see if I can find the question. Oh, okay. Here we go. I didn't see it. Draymond was complaining about tanking. What about taking away a chance at the lottery if a team is found tanking? I think that's a good suggestion. I also think that Adam Silver works for the owners. And it's hard to reprimand your boss unless you're David Stern. Adam Silver doesn't have the kind of power that David Stern has. So whatever they do has to be collectively bargained among the owners. So that always gets in the way, Vicky, because they all win. They all win when they cash checks. Every NBA team is winning right now. Can you imagine having a gazillion dollar contract from various networks and your share is already baked in if you make the playoff or not? So I agree with you. I want to see what they ultimately do because it's a bad look for fans. You know, I don't pay to go to NBA games. I go to 1 or 2 games a year for free. The idea of me paying for a game, I'm not doing that. I pay enough for all the apps. I have all of the services I can watch every game. I'm not paying $300 some odd to go to an NBA game. I'm past that. That's not what I'm doing. I might be in a situation where I could cover them and get into the games and kind of work and do all that stuff, but everybody wins. That's why it's so hard. Everybody's winning. If you have an opportunity, I mean, Vicky, think about it. You're talking anywhere from 5 to 7 million for the 2 expansion teams in Seattle and in Vegas. And God forbid if a team ever moved to Nashville, they immediately increase in value by $1 to $2 billion. I believe. Funny money. Who do you think the best fit for the Kings coming out of the draft? If Devontae is there, you got to take him. Because he's such an extraordinary talent. Even having Keegan Murray, you got to take him. You almost have to take the surest of things. Caleb Wilson. I think Scott Perry wants to draft the guard out of Arkansas, Darius Acup. I would bet that Sacramento drafts Darius Acup. That's what I think they're going to take. And partly because of how well Ray Noah has played. I mean, I finally got a chance to see Ray Noah play up close and personal against the Warriors the other night. And they might have found something. This guy, I mean, I coached him in the Pro-Am when he was a sophomore at Stanford. So I saw the offensive talent even when he was, fairly young. And he's legit 7'1". Legit 7'1". He was putting in work in the Pro-Am over in San Francisco. But defensively, he's not great defensively. But some of these bigs are not great defensively. But if he can score in the high teens, he got to be on the court. And you have DeMontis. You're going to need a guard. If AJ, I'm only sure about AJ DeMontis. He's the only guy that I'm like, if he's on the board and the Kings pick, you got to take him. Beyond that, I think Darius Acup might be your guy. Also, have you listened to the new Kanye album, 10 out of 10? he's definitely back. Man, it sounds like classic Kanye. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I listened to it. I think the video is performance art. One of the best videos I've seen in a long time. Even when Kanye was bugging out to me, I never separated his genius from his behavior. I'm sorry. I never combined his talent and his off the wall statements together. I was always able to separate Kanye. The wild stuff that he says to me, some of it, I don't take it serious. His artistic talent, he's the best to ever do it. To me, he's the best to ever do it. And yeah, I listened to the album. It's fantastic. Kanye does a couple of things that only the truly greats do. Kanye is a great collaborator. Some producers, some artists, they don't want to collaborate. Kanye will bring in everybody to make a song right. To get a song to the point where it's like, okay, he'll bring in anybody. Kanye West normalized ghostwriters. He don't care. When Kanye writes a rhyme, because it's generally not as good as the other rhymes that he has. It doesn't mean that he's never written a great rhyme. I'm sure he has. But the rhymes that people write for him are generally better, I think, than the ones he writes for himself. Now, where he separates himself is in the production. The guy's ear, timing, just agility, musical agility is unbelievable. So Glendocious, I'm with you. I also don't have a problem with London and you saying, you know what, we don't want to deal with this right now. Not yet. I think it seemingly Kanye's okay with it. I don't have a problem with it, but that does not stop me from evaluating him as literally one of the most talented musicians that we've ever seen before. What a talent. Keith says, I'm rooting for the Kings and Blazers to win the NBA lottery. How can the Blazers win? They're going to be in the playoffs or the play-in. Well, I guess they have a chance. I think they have enough. I think the Blazers have enough. I actually want to see what they do with what they have. And I'm not taking a victory lap by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel a little better now watching Scoot Henderson play than I did last year and even at the beginning of this year. I'm breathing a little more normal now, because when I saw Scoot Henderson in the playing for G League Elite, I was like, yo, this guy's going to win Rookie of the Year. Now, I never said he's going to be better than Wemby. I never thought that he would be. But he looks like the player now that I envisioned. It took him a couple of years to understand how to kind of play lead guard in the NBA. He looks fantastic. He looks awesome. How many guards do they have? They have Drew Holiday. He's going to be a free agent. He'll land somewhere. They got Scoot. They got Dame coming back. They got Kling Kong. They got Denny. Man, they got a squad. Now, they don't shoot the ball all that well, but they got players, man. Do we have to talk about the obligatory Chauncey Billups situation? I don't think so. But what a fiasco that is. This has been fun. Oh, I got two things I gotta talk about. Will we all agree that popularity in podcasts is not necessarily a true indication of quality of content? It's about popularity. There's a lot of folks who are really popular, and the content may or may not be that strong, but they might be great marketers. They might be great with technology. There's a lot of different reasons why people have success, but it's not necessarily. But having success and popularity is not necessarily aligned with knowledge or strong content. Just not. Platforms matter. It's a lot of different variables. But why do I mention that? I mention that because something came over my feed, a timeline. I'm not quite sure what it's called. But DeMar DeRozan was being dogged out. And his career was being demeaned. And he took offense to it. He actually called some folks out. And I took offense to it also. Because DeMar DeRozan, he's going to be a top 10 scorer, and it's like, oh, this is... you have to think for a second and go, is this real? But it doesn't devalue his career, in my opinion. I read somewhere where somebody came out with a bunch of stats that basically said that the teams that he played for were better when you look at the analytics when he wasn't on the court. And that's ridiculous. If you use any background knowledge, this is simply not true. Are you telling me that when DeMar DeRozan was on the Toronto Raptors, they were a better team when he wasn't on the court? Does anybody believe that? I don't believe that. What about all the losing seasons that they had to endure before they actually became good? That's not on DeMar DeRozan. He didn't pick where he was drafted. Do you think DeMar DeRozan wanted to go to San Antonio, a rebuilding team, when he got traded for Kawhi? No. He went to San Antonio, was a model citizen, was a great leader, and continued to play professional basketball. But their losing, it's not an indictment upon him. They were rebuilding. They were one of the worst teams in the league. It's just simply not fair. Now, he could have said, I don't want to go to Sacramento. I don't want to sign. But it's just not fair to me to look at his overall win percentage and blame him. He's played on a lot of bad teams. Now, his game is not necessarily the prototype for this era of basketball. But he's a hell of a basketball player. And I'm like, without any background knowledge, you can draw conclusions that are simply not true. If Adrian Dantley played in this era, would he be recognized as a really good player? If Mark Aguirre played in this era of basketball, would he be recognized as a really good player? No. You're talking about two of the great players in the history of the NBA. Adrian Dantley? Adrian Dantley dominated college. He dominated the NBA. The game has evolved. Just because the game has evolved, that doesn't mean that the players whose prototype don't necessarily fit this era of basketball, it doesn't mean that they're not good. They are good. The game has evolved. The way that you critique players is changing, but they're still great players. DeMar DeRozan belongs in the Hall of Fame, to me, because there is some attrition when it comes to professional sports. Not getting hurt is not by mistake. This guy shows up every year, in shape, ready to go. Give credit for that. That's real value there. How many players play 17 years in the NBA? And he has a contract for next year. This guy's going to suit up for 18 years in the NBA, unless the Kings buy him out and he decides to retire. But I think anybody who scores over 20,000 points should be in the Hall of Fame, because you're not comparing players of different eras. You are assessing how players played during their time in which they played. That's one of the great things about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan says, I will never say that I'm the best player of all time. Never. Because there's so many other players that came before me that I didn't play against. That's for the fans, but I will never say that. It's almost like, can you imagine, and people will do it, like when we come up with these lists, the top 10, top this, Oscar Robinson's name is never on one of those lists. I've met Oscar Robinson. Oscar Robinson is an intense guy. You think Oscar Robinson wouldn't be Cunningham right now on Detroit? That would be Oscar Robinson. These people have no idea how good a player Oscar Robinson was. Oscar Robinson won everything. In high school, in college, an Olympian, played with Jerry West. These fans, they don't even know anything about Oscar Robinson. Oscar Robinson was the triple-double standard before Russell Westbrook broke. You think Russell Westbrook's a better player than Oscar Robinson? I don't. 6'6", 6'7", point guard, get to the cup, one mid-range was crazy. Do your research. I don't kill anybody who uses analytics and to draw conclusions, because you can't blame somebody because they're just really young and they haven't seen other players. But you need to do some research. You need to also value background knowledge. Have you ever written a master thesis before? Yeah, you have background knowledge, you have analytical data, and you use both of them to draw conclusions. But it's not either or. It's not an all or nothing proposition. I understand why DeRozan got pissed off. I get it. King says, DeRozan's a great player. People need to shut up. He's dominated his era. You can't take that from him. Do the Valkaries have a playoff roster in your estimation? Thank you for your service, Monique Billings. She's going to be missed. Monique Billings was, she was a high-level utility player. High-level utility player. And he was one of the best pick-and-roll players in the WNBA. And I think Caitlin Clark got over on the Valkaries when they were doing that USA basketball stuff. She was like, wait a minute, you need to go get her. And they started talking, and it happened. Maybe Billings got more money than the Valkaries were willing to pay her. I don't know. The Valkaries, I think they got a playoff roster. I need to see, because let's be honest, at number 8, they're probably going to draft a big. If they get a big that is serviceable, I think that they are a playoff team. They're so smart. I think they have their eyes on somebody who they want to draft. The Gabby Williams pickup, I think, is interesting. She kind of dominates the ball. She's a good player, but I don't want the ball out of Veronica Berg's hands. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two players play together. I think defensively, the Valkyrie is going to be really, really good. And I think that they'll have enough offense to have a good season. I definitely think they'll play up. There's no doubt about it. And I think that their season is going to hinge on who they draft. They definitely need a big to replace Billings. Billings was a dog. No doubt about that. Some people think Chris Webber wasn't that great. Yeah. I mean, you're right. That was a conversation around Webb, and Webb didn't have 20,000 points. He didn't. And he still made it. And I think one of the reasons Chris Webber made it, and nobody really talks about it, is because of his college career. There is one Hall of Fame. You know, there's a basketball Hall of Fame. They do have a college Hall of Fame, but I think there are people who get inducted into the Hall of Fame who didn't play in the NBA. So I think Chris Webber's remarkable culture-changing career at Michigan was definitely a benefit for him as he was selected into the Hall of Fame. Now, had he not gotten hurt, he would have scored over 20,000 points, and that's generally the standard. But yeah, there's definitely some conversations out there around whether or not Webb deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm glad he got in. Okay, there you go. Junior Baller. They signed a 6'4" traditional big from Greece. All right, I haven't seen the player, but I mean, I want to see that player. I want to see the rookie that they drafted last year who blew Europe up, who balled out of control, who didn't play last year. I want to see her. So I'm all over the Valkaries. I like the Valkaries. I do. I want to see them bring Kate Martin back, though. I haven't heard Kate Martin's name. Has she signed anybody else? They brought Chin back, and I like Chin. I guess Caitlin Chin. You know, I love her story. I didn't think she deserved to be cut last year when she was cut. But there were times last year in which Caitlin Chin struggled. And I'm surprised they brought her back. I thought she would be on the expansion Portland Fire team. But they brought her back. Hopefully she has more confidence and she puts up more shots. Because the only way that she can really play in the WNBA is if she takes more shots. Because defensively, at this level, she's just not quick enough. So she's smart enough. She's a great teammate, but she got to make more shots. She has some shot opportunities that she sometimes is hesitant to take. That's the only way she can be on the team. It's the only way she can sit on the floor if she's kind of a sniper type of player. So I'm looking forward to see how her game evolves this year. But I like Kate Martin. May not be able to retain, really, Timmy Binley. Yeah, there's a lot of money out there. She's going to play, and she had a great season last year also. The person that you are talking about, the 6'4" big from Greece, might be the replacement, but to lose Timmy and Mo Billings, that's tough. That's really tough. TG, what's up? Let's go. Right, let's go. I love that, man. You got a lot of energy, TJ. Thank you. All right. Let me talk about my movie review this week. I saw a movie that I normally would not see. And when I'm surprised by something being good, my face lights up. Now, there's a gentleman by the name of Will Packer. Some of you might know of him, or you might not know. Will Packer is he's a superstar producer in Hollywood who happens to be black. He went to Florida A&M, really got it out the mud. I mean, he's that shining light in Hollywood where people who look like him will say, you know what? Will Packer is doing things that I never thought that I could do. This dude is Jerry Bruckheimer in his own world. I mean, just puts it together. He's had a lot of success. One of his movies was Straight Outta Compton. He's had so many to name, it would be ridiculous. What this gentleman did is he visualized making a rom-com that was basically a commercial rom-com that happened to star black characters. It's not a black film at all. It's not. It's a rom-com. The type of movie that I normally don't go see. The type of movie that, you know, girlfriends go see, they huddle up and they have a great time, or people in relationships, you know, significant other, whomever, you go check it out. Not the type. I'd rather go watch Jason Bourne, something like that. But the movie is excellent. I really enjoyed it. You know, I'm a screenwriter. I fall in love with a story. This is a great story that worked for so many reasons. An excellent director, the young lady who Will Packer worked with to direct this film. Her name is Kate Coro. It's her name, Kate Coro. Kate Coro has had success in the past, and she knocked this one out the box. Great director, keep your eye on her. She also does television. She is one of the creators of Matlock. So she does television, she does feature films, but she did a phenomenal job. The writers are this marriage. The writers are two people who happen to be married, Ryan and Christian Engel. A great script, tremendous. The actors are Haley Bailey, who is a musician, does songs with her sister Chloe, and the other actor is Reggae John Page of Bridgerton fame. I don't watch Bridgerton. My mother loves it. But Reggae John is a really, really handsome guy, charming. He's up for James Bond, the next James Bond, the next 007. He did a phenomenal job as well. So the fact that they wanted to make an excellent movie that could have ramifications about how other rom-coms are made in the future, I think it's phenomenal. They made the movie for $18 million. It looks like a $60 or $70 million film. It's really about when everything works between two people that has no business working. We've all hopefully had experiences like that, where you just find someone or you have an experience with someone that maybe lasts a lifetime or it's short or whatever the case. But for the time that you are together, it works. And you can't necessarily put your fingers around, your hands around, why does it work? Why is there chemistry? But there's chemistry. If you've never had that experience before, I hope you have it in your lifetime. It's fun. It feels good. You never forget it, and it doesn't necessarily end in eternal happiness. That's not what it's about. It's about that moment. It's about capturing that moment and enjoying it with somebody that you didn't necessarily think that you would be with. That's the essence of this movie. You, Me, and Tuscany. A lot of the movie was filmed, I guess, in Tuscany, and they employed a lot of actors from Italy, and it's just really, really good. Really good. I would be shocked if you go see this movie and you don't like it. I would be blown away by it. So that's my recommendation. You, Me, and Tuscany. Go check it out. All right. Dylan Moreno, your friend. Sorry I'm late. Hey man, the fact that you're here, that's all that matters. You're here. You probably had better things to do. respect it. All right, y'all, we've been going for an hour and 35 minutes. I really enjoyed this show. It felt like it was about 45 minutes to me. That's because of you, the listeners. I am going to fulfill my commitment to Indocious, and hopefully there's some other folks out there who might share his sentiments. I am going to do a post-game show after the Warriors play-in game against the LA Clippers on Wednesday night. So I'll see you right after the game. And I will do a mock draft show as well, which means I need to do some more research. But I'll do it, and I'll put something together for that. All right. Once again, I didn't do a great job marketing the show. It's my first time saying anything about hitting the like button. Hopefully you have, or subscribing to the show. We need subscribers. We really do. We do. So, if you don't subscribe and listen for the first time, hit the like button and subscribe to the show. All right. Vicky, thank you. I really appreciate you. I'm going to do my thing and get out of here. Success and getting paid is a manifestation of the whole process. If you as an individual don't do things to help other people make their lives better, as far as I'm concerned, you haven't done nothing. My name is Frank Red. This is the In the Dungeon Show. Follow me at Big Frank Red on X. I love to read your comments and comment about what you put out there. Have a great week. Be safe, and I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Good night, everybody. Peace.